All right, and we are back. And today we have the NOC featherweight MMA champion, Griffen Leombruno, in the house. He's got a fight coming up, defending his title against Sheldon Starcher in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, on November 9th at Catlettsburg, Kentucky. Griffen, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's
Very excited.
excited to get you back. You made your debut here June 29th at Bridgeport. And I think we've had you booked before, and it fell through every
Yeah.
time.
Few times, yeah.
Um, 2 times fell through. I
Yeah.
I knew whenever I was making your poster the last time I went on my computer and I already had like multiple pictures of you, and I was like, oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
had it booked before. Yeah, I got a bad memory, but then I run across. I'm like, why do I already have his picture?
Yeah.
So yeah, last time you came in and a lot of people would call it a big upset. You beating Chase Thomas, but you were new to us. You're one of the better fighters in West Virginia, but I don't think a lot of people had seen you fighting around West Virginia. At least our fans hadn't.
Yeah.
And but yeah, came in, made a big splash, beating one of our top guys. Chase is definitely one of the fan favorites and very well known. He's had a lot of fights here. So came in, beat him, and took the belt. And yeah, excited to get you back, defending the title. And you got a tough test this time, completely different type of fighter than you saw
Oh, yeah.
before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, basically the West Virginia Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. Very different. Very different than
Yeah,
Chase. Yeah. I
so you
was getting
fight.
ready
Yeah,
for a fight before this one anyways, and it was a similar style. So worked out. Works out.
yeah. What else do you have coming up? Anything else on the schedule?
I would like to have a busier schedule. I mean, the one I was referencing before
Mhm.
that got canceled, that was supposed to be in Texas. I was excited about that because I want to get like two or three more in, or wanted to, by the end of the year, so I could go pro next year. Take a few months off and then go pro. But I don't know. Maybe if I come out of this one unscathed and it happens, there's maybe an event in Morgantown I'd like to do the week after. But that's fingers crossed. So
Yeah.
uh, and then
I'll
what is
tell
it,
you what.
December 7th or something for you guys?
We have a lightweight fight available. So if you were interested
Yeah,
and
that's
I know
what
you
I was
fight lightweight
planning.
some, and if you're
Yeah,
doing a big weight cut in November, I doubt you want to do it again 4 weeks later. So
yeah, that's what I was planning on asking.
yeah,
The weight cut, like, that's tough, right? Especially with that, like, that fight before that got canceled. I was cutting weight for that and
mhm,
stuff, and I was like training camp forever. So I'm definitely ready for one at 55 after this one for sure.
nice. Yeah, we'll talk about that one later for sure.
Yeah,
I got a guy December 7th. I'm looking to match up. So got a couple guys at 55. I'm looking to match. Got a couple debuts, a couple experienced dudes. So we can definitely make something happen there. So, oh yeah, one thing we were talking about, I said I was gonna bring up your video, and it's a 9 minute fight, so I don't want to play the whole thing, and I don't want to have
yeah,
you talking through a 9 minute fight. But I'm gonna play the third round here. You can give your insight on what we're seeing, and talk about what's led up to this moment, what's going through your mind, and let me get this up here.
I will say before it even starts, I was definitely worried. Chase is this short little, like, you see him throwing bombs, ripping bombs, knocking people down with them. I was definitely like,
Mhm.
I came into this fight worried about that and stuff, and I know it comes from a good team. So that was like, I don't know. That's why
Solid
that
team,
first kid.
super explosive guy, very
Oh, yeah.
skilled.
I like that. I like that comment. That was good. Um, but, I didn't really have any other plan other than, keeping him on the outside and being able to use my range for once and fighting another southpaw. That never happens.
Mhm.
But yeah, just keeping my distance. I was throwing those like ugly, crappy snap kicks just to kind of keep him back, scared of that overhand a little. But, I didn't have that plan. Like that one, I cracked him. That one was nice. Uh, a little too, but, yeah, I just planned on keeping him on the outside and just, I don't know why. I went out there, started throwing those leg kicks and just those snap kicks, which I never throw. And it was like, yeah, that's keeping him at bay. So
they're working, they're landing, just keep doing it, and
yeah,
use it to set some traps with it. That overhand you were talking about, I believe that's what he caught Kyle Vanderland with in one of his earlier fights. It's
yeah, I
kind of
definitely went through and watched his fights for sure. All the ones you guys had that studied a little bit. I always have, I don't know, my very first fight, the one that I lost, I had a lot of confidence issues. Not really confidence issues, but just like being nervous. And each fight I have, especially near the end of this one, like I just felt so much more, comfortable going forward and stuff and throwing my offense. So I'm excited for this next fight. I think it'll be even better.
I think the guys who are not nervous, there's something wrong with them.
100%. Yeah.
They don't know what
Yeah,
they're
here
getting
I
themselves
felt I
into.
felt super confident here. We did so much wall work. Like, we've had a great team. Like I've always had a great team there at Ground Zero, but we've been doing so much, wall work and drills there. I didn't feel in danger at all when I was back against the cage, which was nice. Those leg
Going into the
kicks.
last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think I was a little gassed here, a little more gassed than I should have been, but it was cold in there, man. Those first 2 rounds. I came back in between the corners, like, man, I can't feel my feet, guys. Need to turn the heat up.
Oh, yeah, they had that AC cranking.
Yeah,
Late June event. AC was definitely cranked up. All right, and that was it. And I believe you took a unanimous decision there.
yep, yeah. I felt good on that in that fight. Like I was able to keep my range, and that was really the only game plan. I mean, these are amateur fights. It's not like we're going out there and we have like hours and hours of film on the guy, and like it's like, all right, he's gonna throw this punch, I'm gonna slip. Like, there's no game
Yeah,
plan like that. It's just go out there and do what works, and I think I found what worked there.
amateur fights. Yeah, you're more so developing yourself. I tell a lot of people this. I'm like, don't worry so much about the opponents. Like some people, they want. I mean, you'll hit them up 3 months before an event. They're like, "Well, I need like 6 months to prepare for somebody." Like it's an
Yeah,
amateur
like
fight, dude. Like
no,
you need
you
to work
don't.
on yourself. If you're just spending, if you're fighting twice a year, you're spending 6 months each fight focusing on a certain guy, you're never going to fully develop
Yeah,
yourself. So it's really about developing yourself, seeing different looks all the time, seeing this tough competition. And you want to fight these top level amateurs because when you go pro, I mean the game changes, but a lot of the time I mean not always, but a lot of the time the lower level pros are not as good as the high level amateurs. Um,
Mhm.
so it's good to see these tough looks as an amateur, and you're going from that last fighting a pretty good wrestler who's explosive on the feet and he's capable on the feet to fighting a guy who is I feel like in West Virginia probably an elite striker. He's done very well on his feet against everybody, but
Oh
then
yeah,
has always struggled on the ground. But he hasn't been training with a legit gym for long. He's been with Category 5 now for a few months. So says he's ready for all the wrestlers. He wants all the smoke, and but yeah, I think I don't know. He's kind of iffy if you're going to stand with him or not because he doesn't think anybody around here will. But
I
yeah,
got
I mean,
no intentions on taking him down. I have no intentions on standing up. It's
yeah,
just it is what it
see
is.
how it plays out.
Yeah, we have that big, you guys is really nice cage. So
Uh-huh.
we got room to work. So wrestling might happen, it might not, but
Yeah.
I feel confident either way. So.
So I'm sure you've seen a lot of footage on Starcher. What's your opinion on what he's bringing to the fight?
And I've been like, I was impressed, for sure. Cause I remember, I think I watched him, I think he fought in Bridgeport. I don't know. I remember at one point
Yeah.
seeing one of his fights and, I was, I could beat that guy. And of course, whenever I was about to fight Chase, I watched that fight. His striking's like actually really nice. He was really messing up Luke Martin that fight. I don't know. I don't know who I was pulling for that. I like the, I'm a big advocate for the West Virginia wrestling for sure. But
Yeah.
also, I don't know. I don't know. But dude, Sheldon was doing good. Like his
Uh-huh.
striking looked really good. Uh, he definitely has some weapons. You can tell like he's working hard. He's improved every single one of his fights. So, and
Yeah.
I want like a tough fight for sure. Like if
Uh-huh.
my plan is to go pro and like get a couple pro fights in before I'm done, I definitely want to make sure I'm prepared. And that's a good test. He's long, lengthy, fast, good style. So I'm excited. Yeah.
That fight, one thing that impressed me was that he stuffed one takedown against Luke. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's a win to me. Like, if you stuff one takedown on a guy like that, I mean, Luke's the
Yeah.
man. Luke's definitely
For
one of
sure.
the top dogs in the whole region.
Yeah.
Not just saying just West Virginia, but like this whole part of the country. Definitely one of the
Yeah, man.
top wrestlers, top fighters, top fighter. Period. But yeah, uh, that shows a lot that Sheldon was able to stop one of those. And I think the second one
For
got it down.
sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah. That was a
uh,
nice throw though. You gotta,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely impressed too. I mean, it was like a desperation shot. I think Luke was getting pieced up, but man, when he got in though, he did hit a nice throw. I gotta give him that. That was pretty sweet.
yeah. We'll have to go back and watch. I haven't seen that fight in a while. Let's go back and
Yeah.
watch it. Bring it back to my memory here. So tell
Right.
me about your team. What's it like getting to train with? You got a lot of good fighters there.
Really.
A lot of guys that were like the top dogs in the area for a while, but a lot of them didn't go pro. I think they kind of went more into coaching than furthering their own careers. But like, not to take anything away, I mean, those guys should be pros. They're definitely good enough. What's it like getting to training with a lot of the elite fighters in the area at your gym?
It's awesome. I love the team that we have. I mean, obviously, like some of them, of course, Colin, I don't think there's anywhere near the level of like being as good of a jujitsu coach as him in the area, like 100%.
Yeah,
Like there's no debate about that. Like, and I love, being under him and getting that great training. But I mean, we also have so many other guys. Like I'm just on the jujitsu spectrum now that you guys have never seen. So many great coaches. Like, we have a ton of black belts at our gym that are all like the highest levels. You guys have seen Jacob. He had that jiu-jitsu match with Hunter.
yeah.
My friend Preston, actually, he was my wrestling partner back in high school. I got him to start training. He broke his arm on my head, sadly. So
Mm.
he's been training, but he had that was his first match ever in jiu-jitsu, was in your guys' cage there before my fight, and he just took the guy down an arm triangle within a few minutes. Like, I think that just goes to show what good coaches we have, just
Yeah,
jujitsu wise. Like Bobby, of course, right? Bobby always was trying to convince me to start striking. I remember when I first started going, I just did jujitsu and stuff, and I like sparred with him one day. He's like, "Man, you're gonna be good. You gotta come to the boxing classes and stuff. You gotta start training." So obviously, like great training there. Eli, another one of those guys. I think he could beat anyone on the planet at
yeah.
170. Actually, he comes out there and he fights like how he trains, 100%.
Yeah.
Czar, Czar's another one. Maybe, hopefully, goes pro soon. I think he should. I mean, he's gonna have a hard
He's
time
ready.
finding fights. Like,
Yeah, I think he's I
you know
think he's
that.
ready to go. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to see him at 55. I know me and Colin at least have talked about it. Like he would be a monster at 55. It's not always the right call going down a
yeah.
weight class and cutting, but I don't know. It's just a scary thought.
He's always fighting at his walking weight or even heavier,
Yeah,
and it's weird to think that he's definitely within a range of cutting to 55, and I'm sure he could make it. Probably
yeah,
wrestle down to that area.
yeah, man, he'd be super tough. He's already really strong. I couldn't imagine him
Mhm.
pound for pound at 55. Like that's a scary thought. I mean, we also have a bunch of other people. George Box last time, whenever I fought, you
Yeah,
guys saw him. We have a bunch of people that just train every day and maybe will never take a fight, but are
yeah.
honestly great training partners. We have Karate Connor. He's not fought for you guys yet. I think he's he's like 5-1 or something. Amateur
Wow.
MMA. Uh, I run like the jujitsu and MMA, like the Instagram page and stuff for WVU, like the club page. And I remember getting a message one summer, and it was like this kid's mom is like, "Yeah, my son's a karate black belt and stuff. Has been training for a bunch of years and wants to find a good gym." And at first I was like, "Yeah, he's just gonna be like, I don't know, maybe it had some bad connotations of like karate, I guess, But dude, he came in and like
Yeah.
he's damn good. He's really good. Like pure amazing karate style. Like has trained MMA at a great gym in Florida for a long time, and you know he's been training in another great guy that you guys haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
Like we got a great team.
Yeah. I didn't know you had a Connor that was fighting there. So definitely gotta
Yeah,
get him on one of the cards.
for sure. Hopefully, maybe he's probably nearing the pro side of things. So I know he wants to do this for a living. So
Mhm.
maybe his first few pro fights would be cool to have on the same card. So that'd be cool.
Yeah. Definitely gotta get him on. And um yeah, get a lot of these local guys fight for us, launch them up to the next level, whatever that might be. Yeah, we're trying to grow too. We want to be a destination. We want people to want
Oh
to
yeah,
come here and fight. But we're never nobody's going to compete with UFC. We're never going to be there. So
yeah.
if we could ever get to where we are a step below them, like hey, fight here, then go there, that would be amazing.
Oh
But
yeah,
right now, it's like
100%.
fight here, and then go fight somewhere, and then go
Yeah,
to UFC. So we've
get
sent
that
some
fight
guys to
pass.
LFA. We've sent guys to BKFC. I know it's not like a direct route,
Yeah,
but like a lot. Yeah, we've had multiple guys go to BKFC. We've had two, I think, go to LFA from here. Um, and then a few more getting looked at from LFA. So I'm
yeah,
waiting to see where
for
Tommy
sure.
Gant lands right now. So he's up. He's had 4 fights here. He's up to 7-0 as a pro. So
Yeah,
looking to see where he lands.
it's got to
Um,
be a next step.
yeah. Oh yeah. He's like knocking on the door. But I think what's holding him back is that he's 31 years old and maybe
Yeah,
32 now. But UFC's looking for 29 and down, so
yeah.
they're not.
They're
You got
getting
to
20-year-olds now too that are like
yeah,
crazy records and
yeah. So
stuff.
it's good that you're looking to go pro soon. A lot of guys get into their 30s and then they start thinking about it, like, oh, I'm not ready. I'm like, if you're 35 and you're not ready, you're never going to be ready.
Oh yeah,
If you do go pro at 35, more than likely you're going to be if you stick with it, you might be a journeyman. But I don't know. I mean, if
aim
you go
for a
pro at
career.
35, you better be getting like 5 fights a year and trying to get the
Yeah,
UFC before you're 36, 37.
yeah. Yeah.
Your
I
chin's
don't know if
already going to
there's
be
room for
gone.
that.
Yeah,
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 I don't know. I don't. I just want like one or two at pro, just for that, just to say I
gotcha.
did. I mean, I'm not delusional, I know I'm not gonna go make it to the UFC and fight for a living, but
Yeah. Hey, you never
yeah,
know, man. You never know.
yeah,
Things might take a turn, and you're having a good amateur career so far. And
maybe I get some magic in my hands and I just start knocking people out like
yeah,
it's
you just
nothing.
wake up one day with some knockouts, some bricks or something. Like, man, what the my
Yeah,
knuckles
yeah, maybe I'd
stung by
have to.
getting get bit
I
by a
would like
spider.
to. That'd be
Little
cool. Yeah,
spider
dude.
gets you or something.
I'm gonna start sleeping in the woods and hope something gets me. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Start
I love
sleeping
training.
near
Like,
some nuclear plant.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm heading down southern West Virginia for that fight near there, so
Yeah,
I'll
there
get
you go.
something on the way for sure.
Yeah, stop by Poca and
Yeah,
big whatever that is. I don't know what they got. Like smokestacks.
yeah. They got something to part of the state.
So yeah, let's see. I think that's about all I've got, man. Was there something you wanted to throw out there? Something I forgot to bring up?
Uh, no, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to fight. I'm excited to see Bobby fight. I'm excited to see Eli fight at 170. That's scary.
Yeah.
He's the strongest person I've ever met. Like he is
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. I feel bad for whoever he's fighting. You know what I mean?
So
I don't really know who he's.
Eli's fighting a dude who hasn't fought in a while. The guy is 10-1, but like we were talking about before we started recording, a lot of these old fights aren't showing up anywhere. He shows up as
Yeah,
4-1 online, but he's or 10 and 2, 10-1 or 10-2. I know one of the guys he lost to, a guy named Adam Mays, who went pro. The dude was really good. That guy beat him on a decision. But yeah, old Richard, man, he's got a lot of heart. And
He better.
what's funny is he's never trained jiu-jitsu, and he was submitting everybody. But
Really?
he said he just had some redneck strength, some old country boy strength in his arms, and he said once he gets a hold of you, I mean, he's like a anaconda.
Man,
It's like
that's tough because
an
that's
untrained anaconda.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Eli's probably like that category of strength, but is like
Yeah.
very well trained. So
Yeah.
I don't know. He's also my teammate, so and like my coach. So obviously, like I think that of him, but it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
And Bobby, man, I hope that kid seemed nice. I remember meeting him when I was cutting weight last time. He seemed nice and stuff.
McClung,
Yeah. It's good that he's tough because Bobby's tough and
yeah.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, McClung is definitely a tough dude. He had a tough first fight. It was a good fight. He did well. Both guys were really good. Both guys were impressive, and got another tough one in Bobby. So,
Yeah.
I mean, win or lose, I hope he keeps going. He's starting his career off with 2 tough fights, and it's not going to stay that way. There's some other people out there that we can get him matched with, but
yeah, for sure.
This whole card is pretty good, man. Most of the fights are like, really good fighters against each other. Everything's well matched except maybe one, but I'm not going to say that one. But we thought it was well matched in the beginning. But we'll see. These guys.
I have one more. So the 55 thing, I don't know. Maybe you do have opponents, but I was gonna say, the 55 belt. I know I said it last time whenever it was Devin Stanley, but he didn't want to fight. He don't want to fight anyone. I don't know. Czar whooped up on Griffen that one fight, and I don't know, man. Having 2 Griffins as champions confusing. Maybe we just need the one. I don't know.
He's fighting Eric Cole, who is 4-1 from I believe he's from Ashland, Kentucky, right near Catlettsburg where you're fighting. But yeah, he's fighting Eric for the belt on December 7th. But one of our other top 155ers that Griffen recently beat is available, so we're looking at that matchup. Yeah. So and he's right there, they're all right there at the top of the 155.
I like that.
So be a number 1 contender fight right there. If we can get that one set up.
For sure, like something. I've been training pretty hard. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. So
yeah.
Fingers crossed. I go through Sheldon somewhere or the other, and ready for another one.
Yeah, we'll talk to Colin and get that lined up.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. All right? You got any? Do you want to give your prediction on your fight? What do you think? How do you see this one playing out?
I hate this question.
You don't want to sound cocky, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like answering this question for sure. But
who are you rooting for?
I don't really know. That's a good question. I don't know.
As a fan of Sheldon starting
for yourself. I hope that I can go in there and finish him the first round, obviously,
Yeah.
And he walks out of the cage and he feels perfectly fine and he learned something and I learned something and it's a great day.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously I'm gonna go out there and do what I have to do to win. So
get out there, punch him in the face, not get punched back, and
exactly. Yeah.
So there we go.
That's my prediction is that I'm gonna hit him at least once, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm gonna land at least 1 strike. That's my prediction.
If not, I'm done, dude. I'm retiring. If
the over under is 1.5 strikes.
Yeah, that's the line. We'll see.
All right. Well, hey everybody, if you are I don't know what I'm saying there. I'm tired. All right, look, November 9th, Catlettsburg, Kentucky, NLC 30. Griffen is defending the belt against Sheldon Starcher. You can get your tickets at NewLineCagefighting.com. At checkout, add his name because the fighters do get paid for ticket sales.
Yeah.
So at checkout, when you're putting in your email, your phone, make sure you click the drop down, pick Griffen's name.
There we go.
So he gets credit for the sale. If you can't make it, the live video will be on our YouTube channel. You have to be a member, which it is. You do pay for it. It's currently set up as a monthly membership, so just remember that it is recurring. So you just got to cancel it. Easy to do. Go on your main YouTube channel in your settings where it says subscriptions, and click it. Just cancel it. So it's pretty easy. Yeah, $24.99. Unless you're on an Apple device, it costs more. For some reason, they charge $29.99 for Apple users. November 9th, and then possibly December 7th too. We will see.
Yep.
We'll
I
talk
hope.
about that.
Yeah.
All right. Griffen, thanks for coming on, man. And we're going to see you here in less than 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thank you. See ya.